If you are a United States American, I need you to hear this. Recently, we know that we had elections on this past Tuesday. And a lot of people have been talking about the newly elected Madami of New York, mayor of New York City. But there's a lot that we did not know. At least I didn't. I'm not sure if you have. And so I'm going to read some of it to you. Some of it may be shocking. Now, I'm a person who like to get to the point. I'm going to get to this point quick. 4276. 42 newly elected Muslims were elected on that day. And that was out of 76 that ran. Right now, I'm going to read from Muslim TV. And I also went on CARE, which is, I don't remember what it stands for as far as each of the letters, but it stands for the Islamist activism or rights group, right? But I'm going to read this. I don't know how to do all the fancy things on my phone, so I'm just going to read it. Okay, 42 Muslim Americans win in United States elections, marking record milestone. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing because it is lengthy. From New York to Virginia, Muslim candidates have record gains, reshaping politics and signaling the community's rising influence despite Islamophobic attacks and disinformation. So Washington MNTV, it says this. In a remarkable show of civic engagement and perseverance, 42 Muslim Americans have been elected to public office across the United States in this year's off-year elections. It was an off-year elections, but we have 42 Muslims now in office. This marks the largest number of Muslim victories in American political history. The diverse group of winners spans at least 9 states, from New York and Virginia to Michigan, New Jersey, Maryland, Washington, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina. The newly elected officials include 5 mayors, 4 state legislators, 2 judges, the dozens of city council, school board, and county officials, reflecting both breadth and depth of Muslim participation in American democracy. This record-setting result, documented by, here it is, the Council of American Islamic Relations, CARE, and its advocacy affiliate, CARE Action, underscores a decade-long shift from Muslim political marginalization in the post-9/11 era to growing representation at nearly every level in U.S. government. When you continue reading on, it lists that, numbers behind milestone. According to CARE's updated report, 76 Muslim candidates ran for public office nationwide, and at least 42 were victorious, with 4 more races pending recounts or runoffs. And then it has a list. This is something that you need to share with family and friends. This is not just like the Democrats have won, or pro-LGBT, or This is darker than that. And these people have been screaming in our faces, telling us, we're taking your land. There's nothing you can do about it, and we can't wait to see you gone. Yeah, someone actually did say that. Matter of fact, that came from the mayor of Dearborn, as he was talking to a pastor that wanted, or that who didn't want one of their streets to be renamed by a terrorist sympathizer. And so there's that. I'm going to be sharing more about this, but I strongly advise you, please do your research. This has been, as I have stated before, this has been a multi-decade plan that they have been doing in order to massage a society to be more accepting of them, using a Takia in order to lie to us, to say, oh, they're a peaceful religion. Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, you're being this, you're being that. And then now the families, like generation, the family is so divided, right? The fathers are not in the home. The mothers are whatever they're doing. The children don't want to be bothered. Just there's so much division. They're having babies, but they've convinced the women to unalive their babies. I mean, and there's so much division generationally. The younger generation don't want to hear at all what the older generation has to say, and they are keeping their families together and growing, breeding. It's a tactic. And then you have some people who are propagandists disguising as, I don't know, criminal investigators who are sympathizers. If you've noticed, as of late, you've seen people flip. And it's like, oh, they seem to be more accommodating or more warmer, at least, toward this community. I'll just leave that there. But this right here, they are trying to get into positions of power, and they will use the rule of law over and on you. Some of you may be young looking at this. Listen, I've been on this earth for 56 years. Before the schools were really taken over the way that they are right now, we used to learn about this. We used to learn about people that hate us so much that they teach their children, literally, to how to hate us as well. And they have been very vocal in saying they don't want us alive. And that's something that you should be concerned about. And so while there is so much happening, there's so much, we're so distracted, that's what they rely on. We're so divided, that's what they rely on. And part of the division that's happening was actually calculated. It was thrown into the midst so that we can be where we are right now. And so I'll be doing more information. I'm just kind of winding down. Had to come up here really quick just to share that with you. I just seen that article. And also, just to let you know, I did recently put up a page. It is the way it looks, it's like if you just got a house and somebody just put up the walls, they didn't paint it yet. So it's not decorative, but it is there on Facebook. And it's for the purpose of sharing articles like I have, so that you can easily see it. You sharing articles with me. Also, for those who are Christian, to be praying, to be interceding, is for the purpose of research, is for the purpose of being on one accord, which is what they don't want, because there's strength there. 42, that's more than ever. Well, as they just said in their article, more than ever happened, and it should have never happened. America, we need to get this. We need to look at the real enemies as opposed to the ones that we make in each other. And notice they keep us fighting with one another. Please wake up.